Welcome to the fourth video of the pivoting camera mount tutorial. In the last video, we generated these symmetrical tool bodies that we're going to use in the rest of the design. And at this point, we're just going to import another piece, which is our aluminum extrusion, and we're going to use that in order to develop some of the other shapes and forms that we need. So at this point, we're going to do a little bit of cleanup. I'm going to get into my groups here. I'm going to generate a new group, and we're just going to call this a tool body group. And so that way I'm going to just store the shape that I'm going to use over and over again, so that way I have a copy of it. I'm going to rename this and type in tool body. Done. And I'm just going to select this shape here and click the little folder icon and move it in there. So I can hide this and we're good to go. Now I have a stored version of the tool that I just spent some time making. I'm also going to jump in here and turn off my construction plans because I don't need them anymore. And I'm also going to turn off this sketch here. At this point, the thing that you should note is that right now our shapes here are not really sitting on the base plane, or rather the top plane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this up. And since I've been working in increments of 1 millimeter, I can just drag this up 1 millimeter, and it should be now sitting on the top sketch, or on the top plane, which is perfect there. So we're going to click done. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to import this piece of aluminum extrusion. And I grabbed this piece of extrusion from a website called MasterCar. They have a bunch of 3D models on their website, and you can click on individual parts. You can go in and see particular details for those pieces of materials and bolts and various things like that. And then you can also download 3D models using their downloader. I've already done this, and I've stored the part in my Google folder along with my prompt document. And I'm going to use this IGES file that's right here. And the easiest way that I found getting this file into Shapered is by clicking open in, and that's going to give me the option to copy to Shapered, and I'm going to insert that into my current workspace. So this part came in, it's scaled correctly, so it's exactly the way that we wanted it to be. It's currently intersecting the part that we made there, and so what I need to do is I need to reposition this part so that it is aligned with the actual rest of the design. And it's a little bit trickier than what it seems, but it's not that difficult. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use our rotate handles here. And we don't exactly know where this part came in. And so what we're going to do is we're going to draw some geometry after we do some basic rotation to actually get this in the right spot. So I'm just going to arbitrarily pick a position for this set of transform handles, and I'm just going to rotate this 90 degrees. I know that it came in roughly straight, or looks straight, so I know that this is parallel to the plane that we're working on. And I'm going to just get this a little closer here, but altogether I don't exactly know where this bar is with respect to my original design. And if I'm going to use it, I need to position it in the right spot. So I'm going to click done, and I'm going to start sketching on this surface. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to select that face, I'm going to double click on it, and I'm going to be looking at a flat view of this. And so what I can do here is I can actually draw a line that uses the features of this design in order to constrain the line. So I'm just going to make sure that all these lines match up and that these are constrained correctly. At this point, I'm going to go back to my sketches here, and I'm going to grab this bottom sketch. I'm going to turn this bottom sketch back on so that I have something to snap to. And I can go to my transform tool. I'm going to translate the bar and the sketch that I drew. I'm going to click next, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag a line from this point down to the origin, and I'm just going to get it kind of close, and then I'm going to zoom in and just make sure that everything lines up correctly. So I'm going to grab this point and put it there, and if I zoom out, I can see that I'm centered on this line here, and I'm centered on the origin, and I can click done, and the bar will snap to that location. So if I line up here, I can see that it's aligned with both of these axes. And from there, I can actually start designing into my tool body exactly the features that I want. So at this point, we're gonna stop this video here, and then in the next video, we're going to actually use this piece of extrusion to build in the features that we need into this first tool body.